Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you, my students. Let us continue Get Smart Unit 8. Where were you yesterday? My diary, page 81. Our lesson objectives for today are to read one's diary and to learn how to use intensifiers. So now class, before we start, let's revise a little bit about our previous lesson. Okay, if you still remember, we learned how to describe past events in page 76 and 77. Okay, from these structures here, okay, if you look at the red word here, scary, boring, noisy, okay, these are the words that describe the noun here, okay? For example, here, scary describes about the movie, okay? Boring is the word to describe about the show. And noisy is the word to describe about the street, okay? So, when the word describes a noun, then we call it as adjectives, okay? Adjectives. So these red words over here, we call it as adjectives. Okay. Okay, class, let us leave adjectives for a while here and open up page 81 and listen and read to the text, My Diary. Are you ready?
My diary. On Saturday morning, I was at the shopping centre with my mother. It was very noisy. On Saturday afternoon, I was at the park. It was fun. On Sunday morning, I was at the zoo with my father. There were wolves and lions. The lions were so scary. On Sunday evening, I was at a restaurant. It was boring, but the vegetable soup was really delicious.
Okay, class, let us look back at the text and try to answer these comprehension questions, okay? Where was Kelly on Saturday morning, class? Where was Kelly on Saturday morning? Yes, she was at the shopping center. She was at the shopping center over here. Who was with her? Who was with Kelly? She was with her mother. Her mother. And how was it? It was very noisy. It was very noisy. Where was she on Sunday morning? Where was she on Sunday morning? She was at the zoo with her father, okay? At the zoo. Who was with her? Her father. What animals were there? There were wolves and lions. Wolves and lions. How was the vegetable soup? It was really delicious. Okay, class. If you look back at the last question, how was the vegetable soup? Okay. Instead of choosing the answer, it was delicious. Okay, remember delicious is an adjective which describes the taste of the soup. Okay, delicious. So, but Kelly used the answer, it was really delicious. Really delicious. Okay, so here Kelly used really, which is an intensifier to emphasize the adjective. Okay, emphasize the adjectives. She wants to tell that the soup is really delicious. Sedap sangat. Okay. So again, intensifier is used to emphasize another adjective or adverb. Okay, today we are going to learn the intensifiers really, very, and so. So if you look back at the text, so you can see there are intensifiers being used here, okay? So look at the first sentence that used the intensifier here. It was very noisy, okay? So she used the word very to emphasize noisy. Next one. The lions were so scary. The lions were so scary. The intensifier here is so, okay? And the last one, yes, the vegetable soup was really delicious, and the intensifier here is really. Now let us practice using intensifiers in sentences, okay? Look at this one. The movie was scary. The movie was scary. So let us emphasize this word scary. The movie was really scary. The movie was really scary. Okay, next one. The cats were funny. The cats were funny. The adjective here is funny. So the cats were very funny. Cats were very funny. The singing was boring. The singing was boring. The adjective here is boring. So let us try to put so. The singing was so boring. Okay, the singing was so boring. Okay, let's look at the next one. The sandwiches were delicious. Okay, the adjective here is delicious. So let us put an intensifier here. The sandwiches were very delicious. Next, the spectators were noisy. Okay, let us emphasize this adjective. The spectators were so noisy. Spectators were so noisy. Next, the games were interesting. The games were interesting. The games were really interesting. The games were really interesting. Okay, class, that's all for today. So next week, we can continue with our revision of Unit 8. So till then, see you again. Goodbye.